And our special instructor on hand today, once again, from the University of Illinois at Chicago, Catherine Engel, behavioral scientist, and very impressive credentials, by the way, Catherine. Your official title, full-time lecturer in the Office of Applied Psychological Services with a master's degree in clinical psychology. Nice to have you here. Now we have no time for the love lab, by the way. In general, before we get to the sort of do's and don'ts here and some questions from folks, in general, what's your basic advice to couples, married or dating, about how to keep the fun in a relationship?
To keep it alive, they've got to tend to it. They've got to make the time. They've got to protect it from conflict. People don't get married to solve problems, but a lot of time they end up spending a lot of time solving problems, figuring out who's going to take Susie to the orthodontist. So people have to just put some effort into keeping the fun, the friendship alive, and make sure the time is there, and that stay out of ruts. Not do the same thing over and over again.
So change what you do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, easier said than done in the hassles of daily life.
Absolutely.
All right, now to help people, what we've done here is, and it's hard to believe Fred the intern would be of help to anyone, but we've enlisted Fred's help.
Well, he's an actor.
And yeah, oh sure, you'll see that in a minute. And also the help of one of his many friends. This time, who is it? She's a young woman who works for the Fox Sports Channel sometimes, isn't it? Yeah, her name is Kalley. Right? Okay. And Fred and Kalley are going to demonstrate sort of the right way and the wrong way to do things. And first up, we're going to talk about planning to spend an evening together. Is that what this is?
Yeah, just a date, how to have fun and how to make plans to go out on a date. It's important that people do what their partner likes. When people were first dating, they didn't mind doing something they didn't like. As long as their partner liked it, they'd go along with it. So both people kept, you know, some alive energy going by doing things that were different for them or new or special.
Right, and they didn't mind because they were just trying to get to know each other.
Right, and they knew it made the other person happy.
Right, and by the way, the actress's name is Kalley.
Kalley, yeah, and Kalley and Fred will now demonstrate first the wrong way to do this. Take a look at this from the Love Lab. Don't do this.
So, what should we do tonight?
Hey, baby, I don't know, Saturday night. Usual, WWF. Want to order pizza like usual?
Honey, it's sweetest day.
That's right. Want to order ribs instead?
What's wrong with that, exactly?
Well, they don't seem like they're concerned about having fun. Fred kind of seems like he's probably into a habit, which is okay now and then.
You mean the TV, watching television habit?
Staying at home. But it's not. Doesn't seem like what she's into. You know, the greatest predictor of marital satisfaction is how much fun people still have together. So,
and you can't have fun if one person just likes to sit in front of the TV, right?
Well, you can.
Stop looking at me, Marianne.
I want you to listen to this.
There's a great study where husbands will report to researchers one of the times that they feel the most intimate, close, and fun is sitting next to their wife watching television. And wives will report, oh, TV again. So, I mean, I'm not anti-TV. I think women have to know what men like. And if parallel play, doing an activity together is really fun, they've got to do that. But just like when they're dating, the men have to do the other side, too.
But if the TV is on and, you know, that's the sound that's emanating, then how can you do anything? How can you have a conversation?
You can't. It's a different kind of fun. You can't. It's like going to a movie kind of fun.
Okay.
Keeping all that in mind, this is how the situation can turn out the right way. Watch.
So, what do you think we should do tonight? It's sweetest day, you know.
Sweetest day, is it? Geez, I don't know. I guess we could stay home, watch TV, order pizza, or we could maybe use these tickets I got to Miss Saigon and romantic dinner at Spago. What do you think?
And what do you think we should do?
Let's go have some fun. What do you think?
Now that's Fred. How could anyone resist?
Yeah.
Now,
and what a choice. I mean, will a guy ever say, let's go see Miss Saigon and Spago? I mean, that's impossible.
I don't think so. Again, what we teach couples to do is really to pay attention to what their partner wants. What you want guys doing is doing what their partner wants and vice versa. Figuring out what is a date. What is a date? What's fun for the other person? And again, they sort of did a big ticket item here in Chicago. It doesn't matter how much it costs. There's a cute game called Romance on a Shoestring. It's whatever the couple can afford and what's creative. Sometimes a walk to the park and a little picnic basket can be a great romantic date.
But bottom line is
fun.
a date should be an event where two people talk to each other.
And get out.
Would you
Okay.
let Catherine handle the advice here? Now we want to talk about conversation. And first, we're going to see an example of a conversation that you would term what?
Well, the conversation we're looking for couples to keep alive here is friendship. You talk different to a friend than you do to sometimes a spouse when people get into a rut. Mark Twain, I think it was, said a friend is someone who's glad to see you and has no immediate plans for your improvement. And we're talking about
nice.
people just, you know, enjoying each other.
As opposed to this, the wrong way. Watch.
Morning, Kalley. Seems like I haven't talked to you in days, baby. How you doing?
Good, now that we have a little time alone together.
Exactly. How you doing?
You know what? We need to talk about what we're going to do about fixing the roof and getting a new car. And what we're going to get my mom for Christmas. And you know what? You said you were going to fix the toilet last week and you still haven't done that. And it's getting to be fall, honey. You got to take care of the lawn. And you know what? You got to help me with the laundry, too. Because I have so many things to take care of and so many things to do. So if you could just help me out with that, that would be really great.
He looks kind of, Fred the intern looks a little stunned there.
Yeah. And it's, I mean, couples have to set aside time to solve problems. I'm not saying not to do that, but too many people let that spill into their friendship time and they don't feel like they're friends anymore.
Here's the right way.
Yeah, let's see the right way to do this.
To handle that situation. Watch.
Good morning.
Hey, you know what? Now that we've had some time to sleep on it, what do you think about that movie we saw last night?
It was awesome.
Great, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen a movie that good in so long.
I just didn't know what was going to happen to the end.
Hi.
that's
Everything's
nice.
fine. It's
That's
easy.
good.
Yeah. Now, what about expressing affection? What do you have to remember here in this department?
Well, I think the biggest lesson we want people to remember is that touching, focusing on the sensual relationship is what keeps a marriage alive. Long-term relationships will be more emotionally healthy and sexually happy if people focus first on keeping the touching relationship alive. It's really deadly if touch gets associated only with sex. Then it starts becoming a point of contention.
Sends a
All right.
different message.
We'll look at that deadly example now.
Here's
right?
what not to do.
Why can't we just cuddle?
Yeah,
I guess not.
I think that's something a lot of guys can relate to, because men are sort of programmed, you know, no stop in between. But what should happen is what?
Well, keeping touching alive throughout the relationship, but non-sexual, just affectionate touching. It keeps the whole atmosphere alive for the sexual relationship to be better, but it keeps also the emotional kind of fun connection between the couple alive, to have just touching that's just pure affection.
And look what happened to Fred the intern and his friend Kalley when this advice was taken. Watch.
What was that for?
Just because.
Hearts are breaking all over Chicago.